So, a young woman is rushed today to the emergency room, and she was struggling with breathlessness, and her breathing was noisy, and there she was having a street door, and her voice was hoarse, and this woman was pointing towards her neck. Now, the team starts thinking that it can be an asthma, COPD, heart failure, or maybe an anaphylactic shock. We took the history from her husband. She didn't eat anything, in a short span. So we ruled it out. And the instinctive thought is that we need to intubate her before it's too late because she was breathless. But instead of rushing, I took some time, a 10-second time, to examine her carefully. And I see that her neck veins are flat. So we ruled out obstructive shock. Her breath sounds are equal, so it's definitely not pneumothorax. Her pulse is stable, but her oxygen is dropping, so it's becoming like 99, 98, 96%, and it's desaturating, but it's not crashing. So while looking at her neck, I noticed that she's having subtle swelling just above her thyroid area, and that swelling is firm and slightly asymmetrical, and she's having street door and hoarseness, plus she's having a neck swelling. So probably it can be an upper area obstruction, probably because of a tumor or a cancer or a cyst or something. Always remember that not every breathless patient needs to be immediately intubated. We intubate when there is apnea, when there is inability to protect the airway, when there is impending respiratory arrest, or where there is severe hypoxemia that is unresponsive to oxygen initially. So in this case, the airway is still patent and we can buy time safely. So we stabilized her. We gave her high flow oxygen, some intravenous dexamethasone to reduce the airway swelling. Then we nebulized her by adrenaline, that is just as a backup. And we called upon an ENT team and we prepared a controlled airway. So once she got stabilized, we confirmed the diagnosis by doing an ultrasound of the swelling, and it came out to be a thyroid cyst that was compressing her trachea. So the key lesson here is this, that bedside physical examination gives you the critical clues in seconds. Imaging and tools will confirm the diagnosis, but acting on what you see and feel first can prevent disasters. Imagine us intubating her unnecessarily. So medicine is not just about following protocols, it's also about noticing what doesn't fit, thinking clearly and acting intelligently under pressure. So every patient is different, every situation is unique. The textbooks are only going to give us the lists. Of course, that's are useful for us. And real life gives you seconds. Intuition is built from experience, observation, and careful bedside assessment. That is what, in the end, is truly going to save lives. Now, that's the difference between reading medicine and practicing medicine.